From his early days in London's East End and school with the Cray twins, Stafford had been in constant trouble. In the late 50s and early 60s, he became one of the most notorious men in the country, with a reputation as the daredevil of crime. For the first time, Stafford has agreed to talk in public about his eventful life, because he feels that the murder trial jury in Newcastle was prejudiced against him. Several lawyers share this view. As with Lovaglio, we met Stafford on neutral ground. This time, it was an office in Newcastle.
Well, I was nearly 21. I was found guilty of housebreaking and receiving, and I was given 7 years for the first offence. Well, I waited for my appeal and then escaped. I came up here, started a company with another chap, and possibly upset the police to some extent, that I should come out, break out of prison and start a lucrative business in Newcastle. Actually, it surprised me that it was all above board initially, because there was no need to do anything crooked, really, because we bought material at a good rate and sold at a profit. Obviously, to get initial customers, you sell at less or at a loss, but this is how you get into business. But we could have remained here and in straight business, except somebody recognised me, and we had a split. So, you don't leave the money when you're going to go, do you? So I took it and we went to the West Indies, or I went to the West Indies. My friend, he got caught in London, and that was all.
In fact, you'd set yourself up in business in Newcastle within just a few hours, actually, of escaping from prison.
Yes, but I'd already formed a company whilst I was in prison.
And what were your associations with the police at that time?
Associations with regards what?
Well, were they among your customers?
Well, I did have some dealings with one of the higher officials in the police force, but that was purely supplying his wife with certain textiles which I dealt in.
It is an extraordinary thing that within hours of escaping from prison, you're a respectable businessman in Newcastle, and you're fraternising with top policemen.
Well, people don't, maybe I'm just made that way, but people don't expect people who escape from prison over the wall to set up in business. They imagine them hiding in back rooms, or I don't know, but I find if you do the opposite to what people think, you usually get better results.
Stafford couldn't keep out of the headlines, and sometimes he showed signs of believing his own publicity. While on the run, he posed for press pictures with a blonde in a London nightclub. The most wanted man in Britain had chosen a club which was next door to West End Central Police Station. Stafford then kept one step ahead of the police by taking a plane to Trinidad.
Yes, I went to the West Indies after leaving here. Formed a company. I had a paper bag manufacturing company and a mineral water company. I had a franchise for the North America and Central America. And it was all legitimate business, but a girl sent me a telegram and the police traced the telegram. I was brought back, arrested, and received 18 months. And then I was sent to Dartmoor.
But you didn't stay in Dartmoor very long either, did you?
No, the climate didn't agree with me.
After a sensational escape from Dartmoor, Stafford was free for 6 weeks before his final recapture. He served out his sentence at Wakefield without further incident. And then in 1966, he arrived back on the now familiar territory of Newcastle. He'd come to join the thriving Lovaglio empire as the manager of a nightclub, and he'd set up home in a council flat at Peterlee with his new girlfriend, Selina Jones, the nightclub singer. For Stafford, a man so often on the run, it was to be a new way of life.
There comes a time in life when you say, well, ease up, you know. It's not the war to want to get off, just let me join into it.